Hi crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming. On this video tutorial, we're gonna make a banner from scratch. And I'm gonna show you how to make some new flowers. They're similar to ones that we've made in the past, but we're using this natural cotton batting. And then vintage buttons, some of this canvas that I love so much from Walmart. It's just canvas duck fabric. And then we're gonna use some of this Dollar Tree rope. So it should be super fun. As you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way and all that good stuff. Okay, so I have just been experimenting this morning with flowers. And this is essentially what I'm gonna show you how to make. These little guys right here. I wish you could see them in person because they're so fabulous. And we're gonna make some more little pieces to this banner that I've got going on right here. This is gonna go on my fireplace. Sorry, I'm not giving it away. Right after Easter, and it will sort of tide me over in between Easter and when I start decorating for whatever the next season or holiday I might be motivated to decorate for starts. So, and you guys know that I love kind of a monochrome palette of cream and gray. Every now and again, don't get me wrong, I love a bright color, but this is 100% my style and I can't wait to show you how to make it. So let's make some flowers first. Then I'll show you how I am gonna make the pieces for the banner, and then we'll assemble the whole thing and we can talk about some other ideas, all right? Okay, so let me just push that, get that out of my way, and I feel like I'm tipping over here. My camera is like, I don't know, it's bothering me. You probably can't even notice, sorry. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need is some of this cotton batting. It's all natural cotton batting, and mine came from Walmart. I'll show you what mine looks like. And then you need something to glue on and a glue gun. And you guys, you're gonna get a lot of glue on your fingers, so please use a low temperature glue gun. I'm using my El Cheapo, looks terrible, Sure Bonder Cool Shot with the Cool Shot refill. So that, it does not hurt when it gets on your fingers at all. Okay, so, and we're gonna need a little piece of this canvas duck fabric, which in the comments, I'll put a picture of both of these things so that you can see they're both from Walmart. This is what they had, so this is what I bought. This says something about being able to put it in the microwave, which I don't ever plan to put my flowers in the microwave. But anyways, it was about $4 or $5 at Walmart, okay? And then this canvas, this cream colored canvas duck fabric, it's from Walmart also, and it was around $6 a yard. At my store, it was on a bolt of fabric close to the blue and white and the red and white ticking fabrics, and it was around $6 a yard. So, and I love this stuff. I have been crafting up a storm with it. I mean, seriously. Okay, so to make our flowers, the first thing we're gonna do, I just cut a big hunk off of my cotton batting, and let's make a bigger one. So I'm gonna cut this. You don't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight or anything. And when it comes to doing the banner, I'm going to show you how I like to just tear fabric. It's fun, it's satisfying, and when you tear it, it goes straight, amazingly enough. This is not straight at all, but it does not matter. Okay, so I'm going to cut this end off, though. Let's get this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a bead of glue right along the edge here. Can you guys see okay? Decide what's the best one. So if these comments here are in your way, you can either swipe them up or down or side to side depending on what kind of device you're watching this on, and they should go away. If you want them back, swipe the opposite direction and they should come back. Okay, so I'm just gonna put, doesn't even have to be a super thick bead of glue, and then I'm folding my little piece of cotton batting over onto itself like this. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So I have really never worked with this cotton batting before. I just sort of stumbled on it by accident. I know it's really popular in some sort of folk art style crafts, and I believe that you can tea stain it. But I like this creamy color just fine. And I don't care if it's microwavable. I think this specific one that I bought, it says you could use it to, perfect for microwavable, let's see, it says, projects like insulated potato bags, casserole warmers, and more. Great for steaming potatoes and vegetables. We're not gonna, you know, microwave it or put it on anything that we would eat. We're just gonna make some pretty flowers, and then we're gonna make an amazing banner. Okay, so I'm almost here, and I'll hold it up and show you. Okay, look, I've got glue all over my hands already, but it doesn't hurt, I promise. You need to definitely use one of these Bond or a super low temperature glue. And then I just got another package of the refill glue sticks, and they say for a Bond or Cool Shot, and I just have the mini. I don't have anything fancy. It's not like a battery operated or a rechargeable one or anything. It's just very, very simple. Okay, so just recently I reshared one of my favorite videos, which was how to make loopy flowers. This is similar in how you cut it, but I'm gonna show you how you twist it different so you can get basically a flat loopy flower out of this quilt batting. Okay, so same deal as those. You're gonna just cut these long cuts. Don't go all the way down. If you do, it's no big deal. You can just keep gluing, because I did make that mistake a couple times when I wasn't paying attention. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just cutting these. See, here's the part that I glued right here. And then this is the part that's bent over. And I'm just cutting these long slits. And they can be, the little slits can be as wide or as narrow as you like. It's all personal preference. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are not getting sick of flowers, because honestly, I could skip everything else and just do flowers every day. Really, I could. Well, maybe not. I love doing stenciling too. But, oh my gosh, I love making flowers. And so I know several of you guys have said to me that the pulled string burlap flowers that I do a lot, and the ones that I just taught you how to do that are flat, that those are totally addictive. And they are. Once you make one and you see, oh my gosh, this looks so great, it turned out so great, and it was so easy, and it cost hardly anything, it's hard to stop. Okay, I'm definitely not going to use this whole thing, but we might as well cut it. This would be a gigantic, which we could do a gigantic flower if we wanted, but. And I'm not careful enough to cut each one of my little slits exactly the same distance. It does not matter. I am going to measure for you guys in just a second, because I know several of you guys will want to know how big was the strip of this batting before I glued it together, and roughly how far down are my slits. So I'll get my ruler out and tell you all that. And if you're just hopping on, we are making a homemade banner out of nautical rope cotton from Dollar Tree, some of this all natural batting from Walmart, and some canvas fabric from Walmart. And it is, oh, and then some vintage buttons. For that, you can use whatever you have. Okay, so this is what we have. A long strip of this. Super easy. And if you looked closely at it, they're not all the same, you know, distance apart. They're just, I'm not that precise. Okay, so the original piece, I'm just gonna double this, was 5 inches. And then I folded it over, and now this is 2.5 inches, okay? And then roughly in between each slice is about 1/2 inch. So that's pretty much what we have. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take a piece of this canvas, it's canvas duck from Walmart in the fabric department, and we're gonna build a flower on top of this, okay? Let me fix this where I didn't do a good job gluing that down. All right. Okay, and we're gonna build one that's a little bit bigger, so let's see. I'm gonna just cut off about half of this, and we may end up trimming it shorter. I don't know, I'll do something with this later. Okay, and the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start a circle with your glue. And you're gonna lay your batting in it, and you're kind of bending it around the glue. So this is the start. All right? It's just gonna be a circle is what I'm gonna do with the glue, and then I'm gonna push the batting into it. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It really doesn't. Okay, so here's what I have now. I may actually need some more, but good thing I've got a whole bunch of it. I'll show you how to piece it together if that's the case. So let's finish off this circle right here. Yes, I'm definitely gonna need more. Okay, so do you see that big circle? And I just glued the part that I have the hot glue on into that. Okay, so then the next step is you're going to do a band of glue just inside the first one. I'll put some glue on here and then I'll hold it up. Can you guys see? It's right here. So you're gonna pull your cotton batting forward a little bit and stick it into the glue in that next row, which my circle is looking more like an oval right now, but that doesn't matter. This cotton batting is nice to work with because it can be kind of stretched, but the other thing with that is that you can tear it easily. So, okay, so we're gonna need some more of this because I just underestimated how big I wanted that flower to be. Okay, so I'm just going to piece in, let me come closer, right here where it ended. Where am I? Yeah, right here. I'll just put some glue and we'll just keep going. And we're gonna do a whole nother ring, and then we'll do a ring inside of that. Okay? And this is gonna be flat. So the loopy flowers that we've made in the past have just been rolled on themselves like this. And that's cute too, but you get a flower like this. We're laying it down flat. Okay. All right. So tell me in the comments, who wants to try this? Oh my word, there's over 700 people on. This is such a fun project, you guys. And the banner comes together just as easy. I'm gonna show you how I ripped it. I'll give you all the dimensions and everything. So, I mean, this project all in is hardly anything to make. Seriously, it's super duper affordable. Okay, and my circle is really not a very good circle at this point. I just went in another row. Okay, let me come close. And I'm just going to continue bringing this into the center and folding it down. Roseanne says she's going to try it. Kay says she's going to try it. Joe says she's going to try it. Kay Kelly. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see your names. But keep telling me who's going to try it. And then I would love it if you would share pictures, especially if you have some like unique spin on this. You know, my goal with DIY Dreaming is not that my crafts themselves are the most fabulous projects ever. It's just to give you guys lots of ideas and show you how to do it so that you can then go and recreate it, but in your colors, with your style, with your own unique spin on it. So I am sure, this is what I always see, is that when you guys do this, you'll do it 100 times better than I did. Also, you'll have the luxury of not doing it live. That adds a little bit to the, I need some glue. This is super glue intensive. So if you're just joining me late, I would recommend that you go back to the beginning when this is all over and watch that part on replay, because that's where I tell you all the specifics about this project. Okay, so let's see. Maybe it's easier to come up close on this side. I've got all these glue strings connecting me. Okay, this is what we have, and it's glued on the back of this. So I just did a ring, glued it down, then I did a ring inside of that, glued it down, then I did a ring inside of that. And you can actually kind of see that on here. Okay, and then we can decide what do we want to put in our center. And on this little one right here, here's the back of it, and here's the front. I used one of these pom-poms from this pom-pom stuff that I have. But I'm really liking the button idea, so you could use a button, or, I mean, you could use another kind of a flower to stick in there. I have some more. Where did I put them? I think these are all going to be too big. This was just one I was fooling around with. Yep. Ooh, although that could be cute. And this was just a roll of lace. So I'm going to just do a button, but there's a lot of different things that you could do. I wonder about doing the robe. So let me tell you one thing about this. Oops. I just dumped everything on the ground. When you're working with this nautical cotton rope, before you cut it, put a band of tape around it and then just cut right in the middle. Because otherwise, when I've used this before, it just completely frays. So I just put some of this around the end before I cut it off. And now it isn't all frayed out. You could make a center. Ooh, that might be cute. Let's use this. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this in the center. That's interesting. I'm figuring out what I'm doing as I'm going along. Put some more glue in there. Oh my gosh, that is super cute. Okay, where is my tape? Or you could even do bling, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little thing of tape around the end of it where I'm, roughly where I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it. Right here. And so what do you guys think? Stay with me because I'm gonna do, whoops, did I put that too far out? No. I'm gonna do the banners next. Okay, so I just cut right where that tape was. And let's put some glue right here and we'll just kind of bring it around and poke that in the center. Want that to go down. Okay. Oh my word, look at my fingernails, they're covered in glue strings. Okay, so here is what we have now. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, do you love it? It's a flat loopy flower made out of cotton batting on a backing of cotton duck fabric. Walmart, and then the rope was from Dollar Tree. So super affordable. But you could also do, you know, any kind of button that you wanted. Okay, so now I'm gonna just trim around the back of this. I'm gonna look first to see if there's any spots where I need to add a little more glue to hold it on there. I don't think so. Okay, and you don't have to trim super tight in because we're gonna be gluing this on a banner that is made out of this same fabric. So it will be nearly invisible. Just be careful you don't cut your little loops or your fingers. I'm going to show you in just a second what this looks like. And then we're going to start on the banner, which, okay, so here's how that banner came about. This morning I kind of knew that I wanted to do a banner because I haven't done, you know, one like this in a little while, but I didn't want to go to Hobby Lobby because that's where I normally purchase them, and I didn't really feel like going out shopping anywhere. So I'm like, okay, let's just make one. And yesterday I had happened to pick up some of this nautical rope, and oh my word, it's exactly the perfect color with this. And so I just said to myself, why don't you just make it? And darn, it's super cute. Okay, so this is what the back of it looks like. And here's what the front of it looks like. Okay, we're gonna get on to the next part. Okay, so I just measured how long my hooks on my fireplace were. And then I kind of tried to estimate how big I would want each piece of the banner to be. And let's see, this one looks way bigger than the others. Yep, it is. Okay, so this is what we're going for. I'll show you how we get there. You're going to pull all the strings so it's all frayed on the edges, on the sides and on the bottom. And you can just sit down in front of the TV and pull those strings. That is a fun activity, I think. Okay, so let me tell you how wide this is, and then I'll show you. It is like not quite 7 inches wide. It's 6 3/4, and it's 7.5 inches long, but we're going to be folding it over the rope. Okay, so here's 2 that I already have. I had this strip. This is what made me, it was left over from another project, and this is how I decided how big my little pieces would be. Use what you have whenever possible, right? Pulling those strings out. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay my piece right here on top of it to see roughly where I want to snip it, and I'll come up close and show you in just a second. And I'm just gonna do a snip right there. Okay, so I think I said that the length of it is about 7.5 inches, and it's not quite 7 inches wide. So I just did a little snip. Can you guys see that? And then you're just gonna tear it. And they tear straight. You just pull the strings out, and I love the look of it. So I would continue doing that with this, but I already have plenty of pieces, so we're not gonna tear any more up right now, because I might want it for a future thing. And then let me give you this tip. Okay, this is where your snip was. Can you see that? I don't know if that would bother me. It tore most of it, but it has this little straight edge right here. Can you guys see that? So I'm gonna have this be the part that goes over the rope. Because that would bother me, as silly as that might sound, it would. And, okay, here's what I have so far. Isn't it cute with this rope hanging it? And I made these so that you can slide them. Well, this one seems to be a little glued to yeah, you can slide them. So you can move them in or out or whatever you want. Pretty cute, huh? So let's add a couple more on, one on either side, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so where is my piece with the snip? It's right here. Each one of these is going to have a piece with a little snip. So I'm just going to lay it underneath the rope, and I'm going to kind of line it up. Oh, wait, this side has a snip, and this side is not bad. I'm going to pretty much line it up with the piece right here. And then I'll put my rope straight, and then I'm just going to pull it over. So, put a little band of glue right here to get us started. And they're going to be kind of hanging at an angle when you put it up. So if you don't get it exactly the same size as the one next to it, it really does not matter. So I'm not gluing it to the rope. I'm just gluing it to itself like this. Let's see. Ah, yeah, I did that right. So you can see it's slidable. Okay, and make sure, did I do it right? Yeah, make sure that you have all the back sides on the same side and all the front sides. That is something I would do, is not pay attention and end up with it, with one backwards. Okay, so let's put on another one. My craft room has strings and glue strings and little pieces of cotton batting and stuff all over. Okay, here's the snip. Both sides look great. And I can come back and fray the edges or trim them up if I want, whatever. Okay. So what do you guys think? This is super simple, you guys, and honestly, I had all the cotton deck material because I've been doing a lot of projects with it lately. But even if I didn't have it, it's not more than $1 worth for this project. And then the rope was $1. And then I have no idea how much this glue is when you break it out. So this whole banner is probably around $2. And you want to choose an odd number for how many little flags you have. Either 3, 5, 7, or 9. And I've got 5 right here, and I'm going to say that's good enough. Although I could come back and add more if I want. So let's lay it out. Let me move everything out of the way so we can see what we're doing. And get my flowers back in view. All right, and this one, I didn't tell you how I did this one, but it's exactly the same thing. It's just made with the canvas duck fabric. Exactly the same. I just did the circle and went around. This was kind of something I made a few days ago, and I was like, ah, this is cute. So that is different from the other things that we have, and we're going to use that, oops, as our center, since it's different and it's big. Okay, can everyone see? All right. If, I know I've been talking a long time, if you need to leave, feel free to. You can always come back and watch this on replay. Or if you're just joining us now, just know that you can go back after this is done being live. If you see a little red dot up there somewhere, that means we're live. You can come back anytime to DIY Dreaming. Just click on the videos button and it'll bring up, you know, all of the, I don't know, 400, 500, 600 videos that I've done. And you can watch them anytime, day or night. You don't have to watch live. What else? Yeah. So if you're joining late, though, I would suggest that you go back to the beginning because that's where I explained everything. Okay, I'm going to glue this flower on. And then we are going to glue some of the little petals down because I have a feeling that when I lift it up, it's going to flop. And this will help it have some, I don't know, not be so floppy. So I'm just picking some random ones that are in the back. Oh my word, there are glue strings galore here. Whew. I'm not going to glue every single one of them down. Okay, so let me pick this up and show you. Look at that. Is that cute or what? Now, if this is too plain Jane for you, put some bling in the center or use another fabric with it. Or tea stain your batting if you're going to use cotton batting. You can totally take this project and make it your own. You know what? I should have done this big one. Dang. Oh well. We'll have to make something different using this. Or I might have to make another gigantic flower just like that. Oh shoot, I was not thinking about that. Or I could cut this banner off. I don't know. We'll just go with what we have right here. But this was the one that we just made, and that would have actually been prettier in the center. What do you think about that? Isn't that pretty? It's all cotton batting and then some of that rope from Dollar Tree. Okay, so on either side, I'm gonna put a flower with a little something, another little one next to it. So I'm glue all the way out to the edge. And then this is just a little rolled rosette that I made before I came live, which I've made 100 of them. So I don't know. Do you guys want me to show you how to do the rolled rosettes? Thank you, Linda, for the stars. I really appreciate it. I think all of you guys have seen this 100 times. So I'm going to just add a little rolled rosette right here. I can come back and make leaves if I want and stick those in there too. That's really cute. And on this side, we'll do this one with, this is another little rolled rosette, and I just put it on a piece of cotton batting that I cut like in a wavy shape. So we'll do that one. Out to the edges as much as possible. Oh, this is super cute. And here's the one that I made that has like a little pom-pom in the center. And it's a smaller loop. And it's rolled so it's flat, just like the other ones. Wow, there's almost 600 people on here. That is so awesome. So let me hold it up. I'll show you what we have at this point. And then I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera. And I think, which way do I need to go? I think that this is going to be amazing on my mantle. You know, we have some of those cup hooks on our mantle that we put underneath the lip of it years ago for our Christmas stockings, and I just have left those in all year long. And that is what I use to hang all my banners. So they're just, our mantle is boring white, and I just left them, they're just cup hooks screwed in, and they disappear. You can't see them when you don't have anything on them. You really can't. So that is, I would give you that tip. So here's what we made. What do you guys think? I want to know. Honest opinion. Did you like it? Would you make a banner like this? What else should we make using this cotton batting and, you know, this flat loopy flower? Tell me in the comments. So I am just coming close to see what you guys are saying. Thank you guys so much for all the stars. I really appreciate that. I am gonna let this roll. Can you guys see this? For about, which way do I need to come this way? For about 30 seconds or so that you guys can do a this or a, this is a heart, a this if you want to see what I have coming up next. Make sure that you've checked to see if you have liked and followed DIY Dreaming. Feel free to say something in the comments. All those things are what Facebook takes into consideration to decide. They decide, not you, by the way, if they're going to serve you my content of all the other stuff I have coming up, including Christ and Crafting on Sunday. So I really hope you will join me. And I really hope that you will do a this or a this, that you'll say something in the comments, and then that you'll look up here to check to make sure that you've liked and followed DIY Dreaming. And there's a little button up there somewhere. You know, I'm not great with technology. That's no secret. But there is a button somewhere up there that allows you to set your notifications. So you could turn those on. And anyway, so I'm gonna let that run for about 30 seconds. So you can do all those fun things to tell Facebook that you want to see what's next. Thank you for joining me. I hope you love this project as much as I do. When I have it all finished, I'll put it on my mantle and get pictures, and I'll share those here as well as just on DIY Dreaming. All right, I'm going to let the camera roll now. Thanks for joining me. Okie dokie. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to turn it off now. I'm going to sit down and read all of your comments. You can go back and watch this on replay if you missed the beginning, as well as all the other videos. I tried to label them so that you know what you're watching, so I just didn't know if you knew that. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.